So, Daniel, in the report, you talk about achieving proportionate generational representation in meetings for more productive meetings. So, can you, the proportionate word in that I'm particularly interested in, can you explain a bit more what that is and how will an organisation know if they're achieving proportionate generational representation?
Yeah, absolutely. So the short answer is data, data, and data. But I think Grace gave a really nice example of if we walked into a room and we could see that, okay, we're the only person of a particular generation, and everyone else is of another generation, we would pretty quickly come to the conclusion that, hey, this is not proportionate. And really what proportionate means is, I want to say, understanding what's going on more broadly in the workforce. So if we think about here in the UK, then probably around 10 to 15% of employees come from Gen Z, around 35% are millennial, around 40% Gen X, 10 to 15% are baby boomers. And so then we have that data about the UK and the workforce in the UK. Do we have that data about our organisations? So do we know how proportionately representative our actual organisations are? And then when we look at what's going on in our meetings, are we getting representation broadly that represents those who are present in our organisation? And I think that that's really important. Antoinette raised a great point. It can't be a box-ticking exercise, and it's not about getting every single meeting having proportionate representation, but if we have the data, we can start to understand if there are trends and if there are people who are missing out. And it can also help us identify, well, do we have the mix within our organisation in order to enable that representation to happen? And then if we do have the right mix and we have the right people in our organisation, are we behaving in ways that are inclusive, that allows them to have their voice heard and for us to realise the productivity benefits? So again, I would say it's really about data, and if there's anyone here wondering about whether they have that representation in their organisation or whether they are having the right behaviours in their organisation, I would really encourage you to talk to Matt, talk to Grace, talk to myself, because certainly that's what we're in the business of doing, and that's what we want to see.